So yeah, Confidence was a kind of deep track that I did. I think I recorded it back in lockdown. Yes, around lockdown, late. I think they had opened up a bit around there. So yeah, it was amongst like the beat park that Talemwa, great producer called Talemwa. Guys, go check him out. Talemwa just sent me that beat. He sent me that beat, he told me, yo, I have a pack of beats for you, come through, listen. So, and he titled the beat A, that's why you hear that whole vocal, that whole sample in the back of the song. That yeah. Sensational. So, yeah. He sent me those particular beats. When I looked through the beats and I listened to the beat, it struck me there and then. I don't sound cliche that it was heavy.
It was a
Cosmo nada. But it was actually a cos moment for me. It was a tight moment for me. I listened to the track and I said, if I'm to write on this song, it has to be really, really, really sensational. So, of course, like I'll listen to the whole track. It has basically me talking about, when you grow up with a bachelor insecurity, something you're scared to talk about, but if it's better that, I say to him, let me just let all the shackles off and, like we usually say, express myself. And express myself. So, when I got into the track, the first verse was an easy run. Easy. I remember in the morning before I was going to work, and I just basically was dressing up, and the beat was playing in the back. So what I did was just to let it flow, whatever was coming in my mind. So when I got that first line...
See, I was born in 97, came out with a lazy eye, got all of my confidence in half. I would never try to be part of the people who believe beauty is a nickel phenom.
So when I wrote the whole first verse, I was like, where is this really going? I just ran with it. I wrote the whole first verse, but then I got busy during the day. The next day, that's when I think I came up with I came up with the chorus when I was recording. I wrote the first verse, then I came up with the chorus.
Wait, can I ask you a question?
Yeah, ask me a question.
So, do you feel like, coming up with the title Confidence, is there any particular moment you remembered in your life that maybe inspired the title or
that whole thing? I never really had confidence growing up as a kid. That's it. And where I actually got it from was basically, trying to learn how to be myself. Because it's a never-ending process, I can say that. Trying to learn how to be myself. And I said, okay, fine, let me write this song. Let me just talk about whatever I'm feeling. And the best route that I used to find out who I am was actually the music. I never really wanted to separate myself that, okay, yes, there's Larry and there's Sebu Florence. Maybe you can say Larry is an alter ego or something, but Larry is the guy who actually gives Sebu Florence the confidence. So that's why it all came back like, okay, it's fine. Growing up as a kid, there was this rare security. And I was like, okay, fine. If I'm to conquer it, I have to gain as much confidence as I can. You get in that, even though it's like a huge shield, in that even though someone says something, it doesn't bother me, like, psh, what are you even saying? You're embarrassing yourself, come on. You get this, that's basically how I look at it, like, how can you even be thinking that I'm that way? You're just basically embarrassing yourself to think that way, because I'm a don, for real. So, so when I did that song, I said, now the second verse came in, I think also much easier. The whole thing, I was trying to, play around with words here and there, do some different wordplay. The whole, I'm a focused man, and I'm here to win it with a thought out plan. Working way harder than a diamond. Always seated at my desktop, I'm an icon. And I'm still living right behind the wheel. There are a couple of meanings, like two different meanings of that line. But seated at my desktop, I'm an icon, Always seated at my desktop, I'm always seated at the desktop, working, And that's what icons do. and basically on the desktop you find what icons. Now sitting on my desktop, I'm an icon, and I'm still living right behind the wheel. So if you go back to that song that Jaden Smith did, he says I'm just an icon living. So Jaden Smith is living behind who? Will Smith. So it's a play. Always stated I'm a desktop, I'm an icon, and I'm still living right behind the wheel. Jaden Smith is still living behind Will Smith. So I just tried to play around with lines, and basically self-motivation in the whole song. That's what the whole song is about. And basically expressing that no one should be touching on your confidence. Like, your parents did not, rather your mothers did not labor 9 months just for you to not feel confident in yourself, because you're basically one of one. That's the pure fact. So that whole song was just an expression of that. Like, no one should be touching on your confidence, nothing. It's basically how the whole song came out. So when I did the song, recorded it, I remember I recorded it myself. When I recorded it myself, I recorded it at the VA studio right here, and we had Rodney come through, mix the track, master it. Wow, very talented guy. Go check him out, Rodney Mulindwa. That's our head of sound, Victoria Ali. So he mixed the song, he mastered it, sent it back to me, and it was amazing. The combination, me, Talemwa, Rodney, just pure amazing content. I like that song. People have told me I think it's my best song so far. But let's wait and see, because there's still more in the stash. So.
Oh, can I ask you something? I've listened to Confidence, and I think it's such being able to tap into that side of you. Because, most people are scared to cross that boundary, to that deep emotion. So how was that process for you? Like, knowing you're putting out this song to millions of listeners. Yeah, how was that whole process for you?
The whole process for me? I can't say it's easy. It's not an easy process, but at the end of the day, I realized that once you tap into it, you tap into that, when you let the shackles off, when you just basically be vulnerable.
Yeah.
Basically, you're untouchable. That's the truth. When you basically talk about your insecurities, your vulnerability, you're untouchable. No one can basically tell you anything about it that you actually don't know about yourself. So it wasn't easy, but I realized when you tap into that, the truth is we always want to concentrate on our strengths, right?
Yeah.
If you only concentrate on your strength, you're not doing yourself justice. So now this vulnerable side, when you look at that vulnerable side, it gives you an insight of who you are. It's a part of who you are.
Yeah.
So when you tap into that side, it's actually even healthy. You have a relationship with yourself. It's when you already know, okay, this is what I'm vulnerable, this is what I'm insecure about. You do not get the urge to try and act like it's not there. You face it. What you face it, and you get over overcoming it. Or if you can't overcome it, you get over living with it. But you make sure that it cannot control or put a particular gauge on how confident you should be in yourself and what you can do. So that's basically what I can say in regards to that question.
Yeah.